a great game, guys.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and we are here at the Charlotte Curling Club for the conclusion of the Southern Mixed Doubles Cashspiel. We have an excellent final match here between Brianna Well. We have an excellent final match featuring Brianna Weldon and Sean Franey out of the Denver Curling Club taking on Gloria Chow and Anthony Fowler out of the Exmoor Curling Club in Chicago, Illinois. My name is Adam Pelletier. I'll be announcing today. Thank you very much for joining us for what promises to be an exciting mixed doubles championship match. This is the conclusion of the Southern Mixed Doubles Championship, a World Curling Tour event. We thank you for joining us, and we're excited to get underway here. Folks, we just have one game going on, one championship match to focus on Sheet B. We have Brianna Weldon and Sean Franey from Denver who have gone 6-0 thus far in our Bonspiel throwing the Red Rocks. They will have Hammer here, which means they're throwing second to start the match. Throwing the Yellow Rocks, we have Gloria Chow and Anthony Fowler out of the Exmoor Curling Club in Chicago, Illinois. They have gone 6-1 and have had a long road having to battle through the tiebreakers and qualifiers to get to the championship match. This promises to be an exciting matchup, and we'll tell you a little bit more about how both of these teams got here as we go, as Gloria Chow delivers the first stone down the ice here on Sheet B. Excited to have you with us as we're underway. Gloria Chow looks like she's trying to come down that right-hand side, draw in a little heavy, little excited here in her first shot. Just clears the back of the house as Sean Franey gives it a cursory sweep to get it out the back. Folks, mixed doubles curling, a little different from normal curling, as opposed to having two teams of four battle it out. You have two sets of two battling it out. One man, one woman, hence why it's mixed. Promises to be some exciting action here. Each team starts with one stone in play. The team with hammer, in this case Weldon Franey out of Denver, starts in the shot position. So their red rock is at the back of the 4-foot circle there in scoring position. And they have second shot, so they start off scoring, and it looks like Brianna Weldon is going to try to curl around the left-hand side of that guard stone. Didn't quite get the line she was hoping for, as that opens things up for Gloria Chow and Anthony Fowler. The person who throws the first rock on a team will then throw the fifth rock, and the other person will throw second through fourth. So in this case, Gloria Chow threw the lead rock for the Exmoor team, which means Anthony Fowler will be throwing rocks 2 through 4. As Fowler and Chow talking, strategizing, coming up with a plan now. They're currently conceding one in this end. Chow and Fowler won an exciting and exhilarating semifinal game over the Denver team of Smith Johnson. That came down to a last shot. Gloria Chow threw a remarkable hit for 3 to give them a 5-4 victory. It was quite the shot. It elicited quite the reaction here in the warm room. Again, like we said, they're 6-1. Having one loss in pool play, but being forced into a tiebreaker match. They won their tiebreaker, they won in the quarters, they won in the semis, and now they're here in the championship, ready to go. As Brianna Weldon slides back down to help her partner Sean Franey prepare to deliver. This duo from Denver, 6-0, has not lost, was taken to the brink in their last one. We had extra ends. We had an extra eighth end in our last match where they defeated Schweitzer and Hagberg from Chaska, Minnesota. It was an exciting, another one point victory there for Weldon and Franey. Both our semifinals were hotly contested matches as Sean Franey delivers, working down the left-hand side of the ice here. Let's see what he wants to do here, working left to right, or right to left on your screen. It's going to be right to left to start, but it's going to finish left to right, folks. So it's on coming in at the top of your screen in the bottom right there. You see it come down. He just taps and rolls that yellow out a little bit, but that yellow's in a tricky spot now, guarded behind the high yellow guard. That leaves Chow and Fowler sitting shot rock. Chow and Fowler now discussing how to best capitalize on this. It looks like they're discussing potentially hitting that red rock that's sitting on the 12-foot and rolling either left or right up and under it in an attempt to try to score multiple points here and give themselves a little bit of a split house. Let's see what they do here as Fowler slides back, starts coming back down the ice, preparing to throw his his first rock. It's Fowler and Chow still discussing, still debating the best way to roll this rock. It looks like they want to go to the right there and just kind of one guard their shot rock up, but also provide a second scoring rock. We'll see if that is indeed what they try to do. Chow and Fowler been throwing some excellent shots today. It's been some great curling all day, all weekend really. We're glad you're here to join us for this championship matchup. We have Gloria Chow and Anthony Fowler throwing the Yellow Rocks out of the Eggsmore Curling Club in Chicago, Illinois. The Chicago duo ready to roll against their opponents, Brianna Weldon and Sean Franey out of Denver here at the Southern Mixed Doubles Cashspiel. It is a World Curling Tour event as Anthony Fowler prepares to deliver his first rock, looking to work left to right in the house here as Chow is on it now, sweeping, trying to hold it there. This is a hit. Let's see if he gets the roll that he wants. Good line by Fowler. It looks like he's going to try to roll it to the left there for a split house. Oh, that was almost trouble for Fowler and Chow as Fowler caught it a little more squarely than he thought he was gonna, and that caused it to almost knock their shot rock out. It is still shot, but it is barely hanging on in the back of the house there, and that is going to give Weldon and Franey an opportunity working back down the ice here. Franey has liked to go after some of these rocks on the outside with some heavy weights and trying to hit. Let's see if Franey and Weldon do that again. They have a nice clear line to it. It is out there wide though. The tricky part with going out that wide is it's less played down and it's going to be a little slower, and sometimes the rock isn't going to curl back the way that you hope it would. Sean Franey contemplating, he and Brianna Weldon discussing exactly how they want to approach this as Franey into the hat comes out looking like he's going to draw here. Franey coming with not chasing after that hit, going with a draw here, working right to left on your screen. Looks like he's going to try to bring it down the ice and just kind of tuck behind his guard there. Let's see. Weight looks good. Weldon gave it a little sweep there. It's going to be past the guard. Good rock by Franey, tucking it right behind that left-hand side guard. Anthony Fowler on it now, trying to sweep it out the back. Fury sweep, but can't get it out. Good shot by Franey to bury that rock, his shot rock, back in the corner as Fowler and Chow discussing what to do now. Let's see if they decide to draw to the left or draw to the right. But we have a battle of drawing right now, as the whole house is really open for both teams to try to draw down to. We'll see what Fowler and Chow choose to do here with Fowler's second rock. Fowler settling in, still discussing with Chow as he goes through his pre-shot ritual. You can see down at the other end, Franey and Weldon discussing what they'll do as well, as Fowler looks like he's going to work left to right, try to draw behind that yellow rock on the right side. Chow is on it, sweeping. She's off it now. Let's see. Chow back on it, Fowler on it now, both sweeping, trying to hold the line, trying to get it around. Oh, they're working right to left. My apologies. I got tricked there as it came out. Good shot by Fowler, working right to left. Looks like, can he get it to draw right down to that back rock? He does touch the back rock, but he doesn't get it over as much as he was hoping. He was hoping for a little bit more curl there. Fowler now has that rock sitting kind of out there and exposed, so we'll see if Franey and Weldon come down and try to hit that rock. That rock uncovered, wide open. Franey and Weldon could hit it and try to keep the shooter around. It would be tricky to keep the shooter, but it is possible. They also do have a very challenging flat double, as they'd have to hit it exactly perfect. A double, folks, is when you hit one rock and hit another rock with either the shooter rock or the rock you hit, and that results in two rocks leaving place. So we'll see what Franey and Weldon do here as Franey settles in, slides, bringing the weight. Franey bringing heavy weight right now, working right to left. He's just going to try to go for the one as Weldon's on it. She's sweeping furiously, trying to hold it on line, trying to make sure around the guard, going to catch the inside of that jam a little bit, but that's going to stick around. Two reds. We're sitting two reds right now as Sean Franey does a great job bringing that rock down, just catching that yellow rock at the exact right position so that way he doesn't spin both his rocks out, leaving him sitting 2 points right now. Folks, the rings on the ice aren't for point values. That's just helping people measure, knowing where the rocks are at. Right now, red has the 2 closest stones to the middle, so they're sitting 2. Chow and Fowler coming back down the ice. They could either try to hit those rocks on the left or they could just try to draw inside of it. We'll see what they decide to do as Gloria Chow settles in to throw her final stone for as she settles in to throw the final stone for the Exmoor team. Let's see what she's thinking about doing here. She has a couple of options. She could try to draw to the left there and cut down on what Franey and Weldon have on the left side, or she could draw to the right, get behind that guard nicely, or she could even try to come down and clear out both of those red rocks. Lots of options here for Chow, depending on how she wants to play it. As we mentioned, she came down, played a great hit in the 7th end of their semifinal matchup to hit and sit for 3 and the win. It was quite a remarkable shot. We suggest you go back and watch it on our YouTube channel as Chow out of the hack now, coming down. Looks like she's going to work from the center to the left. She's going to try to hit. It looks like a hit on those rocks as Fowler's now on it. Fowler gives it a quick sweep, thinks twice, still with it, wondering, waiting if he needs to sweep it. Looks like a good rock from Chow. Needs to move a little bit more, starting to move to the left. Franey sweeping it out. Franey clears that yellow rock out the back. Is Franey and Weldon now sitting 2? And let's see, looks like they're going to have a nice draw in for 3. Franey and Weldon have a chance to go up 3-0 here. All Franey and Weldon need to do, Brianna Weldon needs to do is just hit a draw down and be fully in the blue. She needs to outcount that yellow rock on the far right. Not, especially with a wide open house here, this is a big opportunity for Weldon and Franey to get out to a 3-0 lead and quickly establish themselves in this championship match. As we mentioned, this is a World Curling Tour sponsored event. That means there are World Curling Tour points at stake. Those points can gain curlers access to higher level events, gain them a leader status within the curling competition community as Brianna Weldon delivers the final rock of this first end. Coming down, looks like she's going to work left to right here, just trying to draw in, needs to just catch blue. Good rock by Weldon. Franey's on it, sweeping, just making sure it's where they want it, just making sure the weight is good. Weight looks good, and that's going to be, needs to come to a stop. Anthony Fowler on it, ready to sweep. Anthony Fowler with 6 feet of fury. Can he get it out the back there? Not enough. Almost had it. Good sweep by Fowler, just a little short of trying to clear it out, as that's going to be 3 for Weldon and Franey. The Denver duo up 3-0 now early, as that gives Chow and Fowler hammer coming back down the other way. Folks, we want to take a quick second to talk about Charlotte Curling. Anyone watching the sport of curling even just one time immediately wants to try it out. Well, did you know that you can curl right here in Charlotte, North Carolina? The Charlotte Curling Association has been dedicated to growing the sport of curling in Charlotte and the South since 2010. They have a 4-sheet dedicated curling facility that hosts many opportunities for education, leagues, and special events. Charlotte Curling Association has junior, adult, and senior members ranging from 0 to 50 plus years of curling experience. They also boast a growing number of curlers with special needs, including wheelchair and blind curling. Whether you're looking to sharpen your skills on the ice or just want to meet a new group of people, look no further than Charlotte Curling. Find out more information and upcoming events at charlottecurling.com. That's Charlotte, CURLING.com. Good curling. Folks, we're into the second end now. Gloria Chow and Anthony Fowler trailing Brianna Weldon and Sean Franey 3-0 in the second end here. Franey and Weldon with a big-time 3 spot in that first end, really putting themselves in the driver's seat here early, but a little bit of a miss rock that Weldon just threw in is going to come out of play early on. You can't take out a stone until after the fourth rock has been thrown. So that means Chow and Fowler here have an opportunity to pile onto their set shot rock and come up and start putting themselves in a position to score big points here early in the game. We'll see what they do as Chow delivers her first rock, working down that right side, trying to right to left. Fowler on the sweeping furiously. Fowler trying to hold it in position to work behind that guard. He gets it around the guard. Millimeters to spare. Good shot by Chow as that's going to come to rest right on top of their set rock. A little bit of separation there, so there might be an opportunity for Weldon and Franny later on to hit it. They don't necessarily have a chance to hit it specific quite yet. Both those stones are quite well buried behind the guard. We'll see what Sean Franny does here with his first as he settles into the hack and consults with his partner in crime, Brianna Weldon. Franny and Weldon 6-0 as we mentioned, and went through the tough team from Chaska, Minnesota of Emily Schweitzer and Blake Hagberg. That was a fierce game going on, went the full distance, and it was a hard-fought, well-deserved victory for Weldon and Franny as Sean Franny slides gracefully out, delivering the draw shot down that right-hand side as Brianna Weldon is on it early. Brianna Weldon sweeping hard to try to keep that rock on a straight line, going deeper into the house potentially. Brianna Weldon off it now, letting it go, letting it coast as they need it to move as well. It needs to move to the left. As there it is, it starts to break. Is it going to get down to where we're hoping? Not quite. As Franny with a nice shot just didn't curl as much as they were hoping. Brianna Weldon with a good strong sweep, keeping it straight, got it around the guard, but it didn't move as much as they were hoping it was going to come down into the house and sit for a point. So let's see how Anthony Fowler and Gloria Chow respond. They're currently sitting 2. Chow and Fowler currently sitting 2 in this second end after Weldon and Franny took 3 in the first end. That means they're up 3 here as Anthony Fowler delivers his second rock, working down that right-hand side. Gloria Chow on it, sweeping fiercely, sweeping hard. Anthony Fowler's going to join her, both sweeping hard, sweeping ferociously, trying to keep the rock on the line that they wanted. Looking to guard up that line down the right-hand side. What it looks like. So the guard is a rock that protects the rocks that are sitting in the house. Right now, yellow has 2 rocks sitting in scoring position. We'd call the rock closest to the center the shot rock, and the next one second. Third, the red rock out there in the white circle would be sitting third. And we could keep going up and counting that, but we're just going to leave it at that. So Anthony Fowler and Gloria Chow threw that rock there as a guard rock. What they're trying to do is they're trying to put a rock on the line to prevent Weldon and Franny from coming down that side and hitting their rocks. So they're attempting to block up things on that right-hand side, and they did a good job of it. It might have overcurled a little bit at the end there. As Sean Franny looks like he's going to work from left to right on your screen, coming back down the ice. You see that rock out wide there. As Brianna Weldon's on it, Sean Franny now cleaning in front of it. And there they go, both of them at it. Do over to Denver, ferociously sweeping the ice, trying to smooth it out, trying to get it to move. They want it to hook into the right, and that rock is starting to bury. Will it finish the curl like they wanted to? Sean Franny trying to coax it over. Can't quite get it as deep and as far to the right as they were hoping. As that leaves Gloria Chow and Anthony Fowler now with a chance for a hit and roll. So folks, a hit and roll. They're looking at this, that red rock there that was just thrown wide open, no guard, no cover on it. So what Fowler and Chow are talking about doing is Fowler's going to throw a rock with a little bit more weight, a little bit more force, and he's going to try to catch the right side of that rock to just roll his yellow rock a little bit over. He doesn't need it to roll much. He needs it to roll probably about to the center line there on the 4-foot behind the guard. So he's going to just roll it over underneath the guards and be sitting 3. So ladies and gentlemen, we are off to some high-scoring action here in this first end as Weldon and Franny took 3 in the first end, and now Chow and Fowler are threatening a and Franny to come down. They have a drawn port, that they have a draw line there on the left-hand side. So Brianna Weldon has a chance here to draw down that left. Or Sean Franny, my apologies. Sean Franny can work down that left-hand side and get behind the guards and sit right on top of those two yellow rocks in his back, which makes it almost impossible with the double backing there, the two yellow rocks behind him for them to clear him out. Let's see if Sean Franny can execute this shot. It's going to require a very precise line and a very precise touch on the weight as Franny is out of the half. The rock is on its way down as Brianna Weldon is on the way down. She's staying with it, not as much speed because they needed to come back. They needed to work left to right. Let's see if they can finesse the touch. A little bit of a wide line there. Sean Franny might have thought it was going to move a little bit as that taps their red rock down a little bit further. Still one yellow from the looks of it, as yellow is touching the white there. And Larry Chow and Anthony Fowler planning to take advantage of that shot, of that opening, and come down and sit for two. So they want to come down and sit with the backing right on their own yellow rock. So we'll see if Anthony Fowler, that's a tricky line down that left-hand side. It's a delicate balance with where that high guard is positioned and how far they need the rock to go. It's difficult because you need to have it thrown hard enough that it won't curl into the guard rock up top, but you also need it thrown wide enough that it'll stay around it. But you can't throw it so wide because it still needs to move. If you throw it too wide, it won't finish in the right way. So let's see if Anthony Fowler can thread the needle here between weight and line. Fowler out of the hack. The rock, the stone is on the way. Line looks good. We're going to see if the weight is there. This looks like it's starting to check up a little bit. It needs to start to move. It needs to move a whole bunch. And it's starting to go, but it looks like Fowler didn't find the line either. That's a tricky line right now. Both Fowler and Franny have had some trouble finding that line. I think they thought it would move a little bit more than it ended up doing, as they're headed back down the ice for Brianna Weldon's the final stone for Weldon. Franny here thrown by Brianna Weldon as she's getting ready to throw her rock here and see if she can find that line that's been elusive so far to Franny and Fowler. Brianna Weldon settling in, going through the pre-shot routine, contemplating the line. She's seen two people miss just a little bit to the left, so she's probably going to try to come in a little bit on that line. The weight wasn't really the issue for either Franny or Fowler. Maybe Fowler was a little heavier, but the big issue was the line. They were a little too wide, so Weldon needs to bring it in a little bit, and that's going to be a tough needle to thread, a balancing, a delicate tightrope balancing act. So let's see if she can do it here. Brianna Weldon settles into the hack and prepares. She's out. The slide is on. The rock is on its way. She took a narrower line than Fowler or Franny did. Let's see if she can get it to come back. It looks like she threw a little bit less weight too. It needs to start moving, and I don't know when it's going to. That rock, once it's out there, wants to just kind of hang out there and not come back. There might be a little bit of ridge there. So both these teams need to find a way to get on the inside of that ridge. And that's tricky as it's going to move, folks. The ice, very finicky. It is ice. It's frozen water. It's going to start to melt. It's going to move. It's going to change directions. It's going to change its brakes. And the ice is an ever-evolving beast. And whichever team can find the ice and get ahead on the ice is going to set themselves up. Let's see if they can figure that out and get that all set coming down the ice. We'll see if they can find the ice as they continue on. It's going to be interesting to see if they can make it happen. So Gloria Chow back down the ice, settling in, getting ready. She's talking to her teammate. They're trying to find that line. She needs to find that ridge and come down. See if she can find the line to come down and sit for two. She might have a hit as well. It's going to be a difficult shot to try to hit that red rock and clear it out. We'll see if she can do it. Like we talked about in the semifinal game, she had a great hit and stick for three. So her hit game has been on today. We'll see if she can make that happen here in the second end of the championship round as Gloria Chow out of the hack with some force. The rock is on its way. It looks like she might be trying to come down and at least tap that red rock out of the way. Let's see. Needs it to come back as Gloria Chow watching, waiting, Anthony Fowler walking with it, and the rock just doesn't want to come back as that's going to be one yellow here in the second end. So we're heading to the third end now. Weldon Frady out of Denver up 3-1 on Chow and Fowler out of Exmoor Curling Club. Chow and Fowler there couldn't, some struggles there for both teams trying to find the draw line coming down that left hand side. It's tricky. The ice has been changing. The ice is ever changing, ever evolving as we go through the game, as more teams sweep it, as both teams sweep it, as both teams throw rocks down different lines. They change, they get a little more tricky to judge. So let's see here as we have the set rocks going out. Sean Franey setting the red rock and Anthony Fowler setting the yellow rock. Franey and Weldon have the hammer in this third end. They lead 3-1. The duo from the dramatic duo from Denver here sitting up 3-1 in the championship game. Let's see if they can take advantage of this hammer opportunity in the third end. Gloria Chow settles in to throw her first rock of this third end. Chow working right to left, going to try to come around, draw down, and replace that set rock behind the guard rock. Anthony Fowler on it furiously sweeping, trying to keep the rock on its straight and narrow path, needing it to get around that guard. As here it goes, it's starting to move to the left. Let's see, will it move enough? Fowler is on it, sweeping fiercely, can't quite get it to move as much as he was hoping, but it is going to sit on top of that shot rock and block up that right hand draw line a little bit. So any draws are going to have to go to the right, are going to have to come a little bit wider, and also Chow and Fowler might be able to use that rock later as Brianna Weldon going to come down the left hand side here. Let's see if she wants to set a guard or if she's going to draw behind. That looks like she's going to try to draw behind that guard as she's working left to right. Let's see if there's a ridge coming back down the other way on the ice here. As Brianna Weldon watches it, Sean Franey skating with it, right with him. Right with it. Looks like a good rock. Sean Franey thinking about if he wants to try to push it. Sean Franey going to try to push it here. Gets it to finish over on the edge of the button. Good shot by Brianna Weldon there as Anthony Fowler looks like he wants to try to come right down on that same line that Brianna Weldon just came down, work left to right, and just tap that and just sit a little better to give Chow and Fowler leave Chow and Fowler sit in 1 point in this third end. Chow and Fowler talking about it, talking about the weight, talking about the strategy. Let's see what Anthony Fowler has in the bag here as he goes through his pre-shot routine. Fowler out of the hack, working left to right here. Looks like he's trying to come right down that same draw line that Weldon just came down. Good line by Fowler, following it very well. Needs it to start to move. Chow talking to the rock, trying to coax it in a little bit as there it goes, starting to move. Will it get over enough? Not quite enough. Anthony Fowler just couldn't coax the rock to move just a little bit more to get on top of those red rocks. Good line by Fowler. Might have been a little bit too heavy, and that's probably on the ice there. Not necessarily on the ice, but that's going to be because that's that same line that Weldon just went down. They've been down that left side they've been down that side of the ice a couple times, coming back down this way towards the warm room on the ice. So what happens there is the pebble on the ice gets knocked down, melted a little bit by the sweeping, by the rock, and that means the rock is just going to go a little faster each time, which is going to make it tricky as Sean Franey sets up to deliver his first stone, and it looks like he's going to come down that left-hand side. Let's see if this is going to be a draw or a guard. Weldon and Franey currently sitting two as Brianna Weldon giving it a cursory clean. Now she's on it hard. Brianna Weldon sweeping hard, trying to keep that rock on track and going exactly as far as they want. Good sweep by Weldon. Good shot by Franny as they're going to try to bring that all the way into the house and sit it for three. What a shot by Franny. What a sweep by Weldon as that's going to sit just at the top of the 4 foot. Currently, Weldon and Franny sitting three, leaving Fowler and Chow with a tricky decision here. Do they try to come down that left side and see if they can hit some things, or will they run that yellow on the right back into the red rocks in the house? It looks like they're talking about using that yellow rock up top. It's set up, it's in position. All it needs is a strong push. So let's see what Anthony Fowler and Gloria Chow decide to do here. Fowler and Chow discussing the exact angle to hit that yellow rock at. Folks, if they hit that yellow rock on the right side, they're a little bit too much to the left. Both rocks are just going to spin out of play. A little bit too far to the right, same thing. They want to catch it just about square, maybe slightly right of center to push it back into the rocks in the house. So probably a little bit right of center, because what they're going to try to do is they're going to try to spin it into the first red rock. The first red rock takes out the second red rock, and then if they hit this right, they could potentially spin out all three rocks for a triple. It's going to be very, very challenging and require the utmost of precision. We'll see if Anthony Fowler can clear some of these rocks out and open things up a little bit and give Chow and Fowler options here. Continuing on in the third end, Fowler preparing to deliver his second stone, as both he and Chow have just been a little heavy here in the third end. Just a little bit too much weight, making both their first two stones carry out the back of the house. Fowler intently focused on this shot. It's going to be a challenging shot as he prepares, locks, loads, slides out with force. Anthony Fowler bringing all the weight here, all that in a bag of potato chips heading down the ice right now. Fowler gonna try to hit and drive this in, catches the guard. Didn't quite get what he was looking for there. Does open things up though and leave them options heading back down. I think that was what we call a plan B approach, where if they didn't catch the rock on the right hand side, they were okay opening things up and exposing those red rocks that are currently sitting shot. Sean Franey settles in for his second shot now. Most likely Franey's going to come down and try to guard up those red rocks. He has to put a guard on those. He needs to put a hat on them and put some cover on it. Otherwise, Anthony Fowler's going to come down and just blow things up with his next rock. Is Sean Franey working right to left, working, yep, right to left to right here, sorry. Good rock by Franey. Let's see if he can set that guard exactly where he wants it. They might try to set this as a scoring guard, where they're going to try to bring it down inside of that yellow rock up top, but still just add more things to get hit. Good rock by Franey. Weldon taps, Weldon sweeps, and a little tap. Four red rocks currently sitting scoring, as Anthony Fowler now has a chance to come down and really clear things out for Chow and Fowler, the team out of Exmoor in Chicago, Illinois. Let's see which side, how Fowler wants to do this. If he comes at that red rock there at the top of the 4 foot circle, just a little from the right, they do still have the chance to spin out a lot of the rocks. Let's see if they can make it happen. Chow and Fowler discussing, deliberating. They have time to work. They do need to make sure the eighth end is started by 90. They can't start an end after 90 minutes. So ideally they're going to get through 8 ends of play here. We'll see how we do with the pace here. Fowler and Chow discussing, deliberating, and they're heading back down the ice now, as it looks like they're going to try to clear as many of those red rocks sitting around the house out as possible. Is Anthony Fowler coming back down the ice, looking confident, striding back down the ice, confident and ready to go. He positions that first rock. He's going to get set. Fowler settling into the hack, going through the pre-shot routine, knowing he has a chance to put his team in a strong position, coming back down the ice here in the third end. Fowler out like a bat out of heck there, working down the left-hand side, trying to work left to right there on this takeout. looking for it to start to move as there it goes. Rock starting to move. Let's see how much movement it has. Gets one, doesn't quite move as much as Fowler was hoping it was going to. Again, this ice has been a little straighter than I think the teams were used to when they were playing in the semifinals on the outside sheets. Let's see if Chow and Fowler can adapt, but Weldon and Franey coming back down the ice right now, getting ready for their getting ready for Sean Franey's last shot here. Let's see what he's gonna do. They could come down, guard those rocks up on the left hand side, and that's probably what Franey's going to do, is try to just put a guard up there on the left hand side. Yep, looks like a guard there from Franey coming down the ice on the left, working left to right. He just wants to keep the 3-point end intact for him and his partner out of the Denver Curling Club. Good line by Franey. Good sweep by Weldon. Franey and Weldon both on it now, trying to hold it, keeping it as straight as possible. They want it to sit right along that line. It's starting to curl just enough. Good shot by Franey there to cover things up. Fowler still does have a little bit of a port to, or Chow will have a little bit of a port to come down and try to hit that red rock, but it is a challenging shot now. So we'll see. So we'll see if Chow can come down and get inside of this red rock here. So she really wants that rock that Fowler's broom is on right now. What she's going to want to do, she wants to come down, catch it just on the inside right corner, and roll it just a little bit under. So that way she's now sitting shot rock and can steal a point here from Franey and Weldon. If Chow and Fowler can steal this point here, that would be huge, because they're going to go from conceding 3 to scoring 1, and that would put them in a fantastic situation going forward. Gloria Chow looks like she's going to try to hit and roll. She has a very tight window there. It's difficult exactly to see how tight it is, and it looks like it's very open. The problem is she needs it to move a very precise amount, and she needs to bring quite a bit of weight down the ice to hit this rock perfectly and successfully. So Gloria Chow settling in, needs to bring a heavy, heavy hitter here. Let's see if she can find the line and thread the needle there at the top of the house while also getting over to the right-hand side of that shot stone. The pressure's on here for Chow as her team currently trails 3-1 in the third end. It'll be interesting to see if she can make this happen. She has a nice line there. She has the ability. She's thrown some good hits this weekend already, and she has confidence in her hit game. So Fowler talking, looking at it, trying to give her the line, give her the best angle and best target to come down and hit it. As Chow and Fowler discussing, deliberating, planning, let's see what the duo from Exmoor have in mind. Fowler walking back now, taking a look, trying to assess exactly how much space they have down there. Fowler now confident coming back down the ice. I think he's going to try to Fowler coming back down the ice in case this rock needs a sweep. They need to be precise, so he might need to be there. They're still talking about it. Chow and Fowler talking about exactly how much space they have, how much space they'll need, and whether or not they can get it through that space with the weight to get across and catch the inside corner. Gloria Chow settles in now, going through her pre-shot ritual. She's prepared, she's focused, she's locked in on that gap and window that she needs to fit this rock through. Her final rock of the third end could be an important one. It will be, not could be, will be an important stone here. It's Chow aligning herself, making sure she knows, has her aim point set, making sure she's online. This is critical here. Chow is set. She slides. She delivers. She's bringing the weight here, folks. Let's see. Can she thread the needle? Oh, looks like she's moving right to left, actually. Let's see if she can get across the face enough. Didn't caught the guard. as Weldon and Franey, now sitting 3, need to just draw down and outcount that yellow rock in the 8-foot. If they can bring that down there and catch it, they'll end up sitting 4. Let's see if Brianna Weldon can bring the draw weight perfectly down to take a big lead here early. As Brianna Weldon talking it over with partner Sean Franey, the dynamic Denver duo, looking to go up big here in the third end of this championship match. Currently leading 3-1. This is Hammer. This is the last rock here in the third end. Let's see if Weldon can deliver a big time shot. Weldon going to work right to left here. Going to just try to get inside of that yellow rock that's sitting on in the 8-foot. Good throw by Weldon. Franey's on it, sweeping furiously. Franey furiously sweeping, trying to keep it on line and keep it straight and get it deep enough to be a scoring rock. Franey trying to get it around that guard, isn't going to. It clips the high red guard, and that's going to be 3 red as we head to the fourth end now. So 3 red for Franey and Weldon here. 3 for the red team, Franey and Weldon, as they go up 6-1 now, as we're coming back down the ice here. As it looks like Chow and Fowler are going to use their power play here in the fourth end. So, folks, what a power play is, as you can see, instead of setting up the stones in the center of the ice, we start with them shifted off to the right-hand side here. We see the red rock being put in position as the guard, and Anthony Fowler now setting Chow and Fowler's rock on the right-hand side. What the power play does is it enables more of the ice to be used. It enables particularly the team that sets it to come down on the right-hand side, to come down and just pile more rocks in. And this is a big chance for Chow and Fowler to jump back into this game. We're currently down 5. They need a big end here, and the power play is the way that they can set that up and make that happen. As Brianna Weldon settles in to deliver her first stone, she and partner Sean Franey currently up 6-1 here in the fourth end. Let's see what they have in store here, as it looks like Brianna Weldon coming down that right-hand side, working right to left. Looks like she's going to try to get over top of things and just kind of clutter the middle of the ice a little bit, making life, oh no, they're going to try to tap their guard back. Tapping their guard back to the wide point there. Interesting shot. I think she was trying to come around the front there, and it just didn't move as much as she was hoping it was going to. Still a good shot, just didn't move as much as she was hoping to. She was hoping to see it come across the front a little bit more and end up out there. As Gloria Chow now has a draw, she's going to try to draw left to right here. Drawing left to right here is the goal for Gloria Chow. She wants to settle under that high red guard, set them up in a 2-point position. Gloria Chow lining up Anthony Fowler, coming back to help sweep, make sure that this stone ends up in exactly the right position, as Chow is now out on her delivery. Good slide by Chow, working left to right. The excellent Exmoor team here, battling, trying to come back from a 6-1 deficit. Fowler sweeping furiously. Fowler on it, brushing, trying to keep that stone around the guard. He gets it around the guard. That's going to be good. It's around the guard. Needs it to settle in there. Checking up a little bit. Is it going to slow down and keep curling? It does. Good shot by Fowler right to the tee line. It is out there a little bit in a position where Sean Franey could come down and hit it, but it's going to be tricky because he has to deal with that high guard. Chow and Fowler need a big end here, and that's why they went to the power play, and they are currently sitting 2, folks. Good shot by Gloria Chow here to put her team in a 2-point position here. Let's see how Sean Franey responds here with his first rock of the fourth end. Franey out. Franey going to work left to right here on your screen, coming toward you. Trying to work left to right here to get around behind that guard. He took a little bit wider line because he didn't want to clip the guard again. Good rock by Franey. Is it going to get over there? Anthony Fowler in position, 6 feet of fury from Anthony Fowler. Now Fowler ferociously sweeping, gets it out the back of the house. And that leaves Chow and Fowler sitting 2 and in the driver's seat here in the 4th end. Chow and Fowler now have a chance to either split the house or set a guard. I think they're going to try to split the house here and put a rock down on the left-hand side. Anthony Fowler sliding confidently back towards his partner Gloria Chow and the hack to deliver his first stone of the 4th end. Fowler settling into the hack. Let's see if they do indeed try to split the house. I think that might be the best move for them here, but they could also try to set a guard or pile another rock in on the right-hand side. Fowler settling in now, sliding out to deliver. Looks like he's going to try to go right to left on your screen and split the house. Let's see if he has the weight. Gloria Chow is with it. Chow is sweeping now. Chow sweeping the ice, trying to keep it online, make sure the weight is good. Chow is off it now. They need it to go. Oh no, they're working left to right, folks. My apologies, I misread the handle on that one. They're working left to right here, trying to pile in and just get another stone in there. And that's going to be in. Franey trying to sweep it out the back. Can't quite get it, as that's now Chow and Fowler sitting 3. But their 3rd stone is in a precarious position, as that could be hit by Weldon and Franey. Let's see what Sean Franey here does with his 2nd stone, as he settles into the hack, and Brianna Weldon giving him the ice and the line, trying to line up the shot. It looks like they're going to try to hit something, if I had to guess. Not sure if they're going to try to hit that stone that is over by her left foot. We'll see when Sean Franey delivers this stone, but it looks like they're going to work. Yep, Sean Franey bringing all the weight, coming hard, coming fast down the ice, working right to left on the screen. Sean Franey delivers with it, contemplating sweeping it, catches his guard though, and just opens things up. Sean Franey, maybe they were trying to peel the guard there and open things up. It's a possibility. Not sure if he was trying to hit the guard or the Yellowstone there. Either way, Fowler and Chow now with all 3 of their stones wide open to the head. So let's see what Anthony Fowler does here with his 2nd stone. Whether they try to come down and set a guard or work over to the left-hand side. Either way, Chow and Fowler using the power play to shift to try to tilt this game back in their favor. Down 6-1 right now. This power play, they're using it effectively right now, currently sitting 3, as they're discussing the merits of trying to guard or trying to come across and split the house. We'll see what Chow and Fowler do here. As Fowler and Chow appear to have come to a decision, they're coming back down the ice. It looks like they're going to work towards the right-hand side there. Not sure if they're going to try to sit a guard or sit a rock or come down and freeze a rock to it. We'll see what Fowler does as he comes down and settles in. Fowler getting ready to throw his 2nd rock. Fowler getting set to throw his 2nd rock. Fowler coming down the ice, working left to right on your screen. Looks like Fowler's going to try to draw down and just sit it in that gap right there. Yep, Fowler just trying to come down and sit there to pile in more rocks, make it a 4-pointer, and also give a little bit of protection. Fowler sits, freezes the rock right there. On shot is now Franey and Weldon, looking like they want to come down and hit everything and throw as many of these rocks out and cause some chaos. Clear some of the 4 rocks that Chow and Fowler currently have sitting in the house out of play. Sean Franey looking like he wants to come down and just catch it on the inside right. I think his goal is to catch it up the inside right corner and drive the 2 yellow rocks that are touching there out, spinning his shooter right into that 3rd yellow rock. Franey with a potential triple here. We'll see if he can convert. This is an incredibly tricky shot that's going to require a high level of precision from Franey. He's been bringing some heavy weight. He's delivered some heavy hits before. He can do this shot. Let's see if he converts and makes this happen here. If he can do it, it's going to put Chow. It's going to put a damper on Chow and Fowler's power play, as he could potentially clear out 3 of their stones and take their 4 and take the 4 that they're sitting right now down to 1. Franny going through the pre-shot routine, wants to make sure everything's perfect as he's going to deliver a heavy blow here, trying to deliver triple. Franny out, hauling down the ice. That stone is moving, ladies and gentlemen. Good shot by Franny. The line looks good. We'll see if it's going to catch the rocks just right. It's going to catch that inside. 1, 2. He does get 3. It wasn't necessarily the triple he thought he was going to get, but he got 3, ladies and gentlemen, leaving Chow and Fowler sitting shot rock on the edge of the 4-foot. Sean Franny, not sure if that was the triple he was going for, but it was the triple he got. An excellent triple from Franny there. Really resets the balance on the ice as Anthony Fowler slides back down the ice to deliver his final stone of this 4th end. Fowler needs to deliver either a draw or come down and clear this red rock out. We'll see what their plan is. They have a couple of options. We'll see what they're going to do here as they work left to right, as they're going to try to work down the ice. We'll see if they can hit that rock on the right-hand side and roll over, or if they're just going to try to hit and stay on the right-hand side. It'll be interesting to see what what Fowler does here. As Fowler going to work left to right here, trying to come down and sit on those stones, maybe try to tap that red one out. Doesn't quite have the right line though, and that's going to clear both the yellow stones out of the house, and that's going to leave Franny and Weldon now with an opportunity to work and leave Chow and Fowler with a split house here. Chow and Fowler had a promising start to their power play, but now they could be in trouble as we get prepared to come back down the ice. We'll see what Brianna Weldon does here. Whether she splits the house or guards her rock, she might end up just splitting the house or trying to draw down to the button as Weldon delivers her final stone of the 4th end. Sean Franny cleaning the rock, trying to keep it on line. Good shot by Weldon. Franny just giving it a little bit of sweep to keep it going along. Good shot by Weldon, right to the button. Excellent shot. Great delivery there by Brianna Weldon as she sets that up in excellent position. Now we'll see what they do here. Weldon delivered a great shot here, and Gloria Chow heading back down the ice, either going to draw in or try to hit and stay for 1 here. What started off with a lot of Chow and Fowler rocks in play was quickly wiped out by an excellently thrown Sean Franny triple. Let's see how Gloria Chow responds here in the 4th end, down 6-1. Gloria Chow settles into the hack now, getting ready to come down the ice, deliver her final stone of this 4th end, trying to cut this 6-1 deficit down to 6-2. As there's the delivery by Chow, good slide. Let's see what she can do, working left to right here. Chow looks like she's going to try to hit and stick, but she's going to miss it. And that's going to be 2 for Franny and Weldon here in the 4th end, as Chow and Fowler will hold onto the hammer. It is currently 8-1 here As we head back up the ice in the fifth end, it's currently 8-1 here for Weldon and Franey as we head back up the ice as Gloria Chow just couldn't find the right curl on the ice to have that break left to right as this is going to be Chow and Fowler having the hammer again, working back up the ice here in the fifth end, down 8-1 as they set the shot rock up. Anthony Fowler heading back down. Gloria Chow settling into the hack, getting ready to come back down the ice. Or Brianna Weldon, I'm sorry. Brianna Weldon settling into the hack. Chow and Fowler have hammer. That's my apologies. Brianna Weldon settling into the hack to deliver her team's first rock of this end. As Weldon out of the hack now. Looks like she's going to work right to left, try to draw behind that guard stone and come down to it. Good shot by Weldon coming down the ice. Franey just coming along behind it, sliding with it. They like the weight. The question is will it curl? It looks like it's going to hang out there just a little bit more than I think they were planning on, as it's going to skate out the back of the house. Brianna Weldon might have just been a little heavier than she thought she was. Gloria Chow now setting up for her first shot of the fifth end. Chow with a chance here to come down and draw behind, pile in, get two shot rocks, get two rocks in there, two scoring rocks. Chow and Fowler really starting to feel the pressure now, need to start scoring some points as they currently trail 8-1 here in the fifth end. Gloria Chow coming down, looks like she wants to go down the right hand side there. Chow working down the right hand side. Fowler on it early, sweeping it hard, trying to push it over, wants to hold it on the line and wants to push it over a little bit. Fowler still ferociously sweeping. The intense sweeping from Fowler going to get it over the line. Chow might have been a little wider than I think she wanted to, and it was a little frostier out there than I think she was planning on. Folks, we want to take a second. Thanks Sonic Automotive. Buying a car is one of the most exciting things you can do, which is why Sonic Automotive goes above and beyond to make your car buying experience as enjoyable as possible. Sonic Automotive believes that buying a car doesn't have to be painful. This is why, starting with their Charlotte stores, they have eliminated everything you hate about car buying and replaced it with an experience you'll love. At Sonic Automotive, you will have one dedicated experience guide that takes you through the whole shopping and buying process from beginning to end. Sonic Automotive is one of the largest automotive retailers in the United States, and more importantly, the number one retailer striving to make their guests happy. You can save time shopping around and feel confident that you're getting a great price. Contact Sonic Automotive for a pressure-free experience, whether you're looking to buy or sell at sonicautomotive.com. That's sonicautomotive.com, or give them a call at Sonic Automotive at 704-566-2400. Folks, that first rock by Sean Franey down the left-hand side looks like it clipped the guard a little bit and ended up as its own. And so we now have three guards in a diagonal there working from right to left. You see the high yellow, the center red, and then the low red on the left. Anthony Fowler setting in for his first shot of this fifth end. Fowler coming down the left-hand side in the fifth end. Looks like he's going to try to draw down and get behind those guards and set them up in a two-point position. Chow and Fowler both with it now. It's Fowler getting ready, thinking about sweeping it. Fowler on it now with the sweep, off it now. Tried to just give it a little push to coax it to move a little to the right, and it looks like it worked. Fowler now going to try to finish it, get it in as deep as it can, and sit it right there. Great shot by Fowler to the button, dead center. Ladies and gentlemen, that's about as good as it can get. Great shot by Fowler to the button, dead center of the house. As now we're looking at this, and it looks like Sean Franey is going to try to come down and hit and potentially attempt to clear both of these out, as Brianna Weldon is giving him the target to aim at. Sean Franey settling in. Looks like they want to work from left to right here, just kind of catch the outside corner of that shot stone. Let's see. Sean Franey had that great triple in the last end. Let's see what he does here as Franey slides out of the hack hard and fast. Rock is moving. That sucker has some gas on it, ladies and gentlemen. What a shot, as it's going to catch. No! Oh, Sean Franey just didn't get enough break. Thought he'd have a little bit more. What a shot. That baby was cooking as it moved down the ice. And that leaves Chow and Fowler's shot stone and second in scoring position still, as Fowler and Chow now have an opportunity. I think they're going to try to come down and put the stone at the top of the 12 foot so that way it's scoring, but also sit on top of their two stones and provide a guard. Fowler out of the hacks now, sliding, working left to right. Good slide by Fowler, good release. Let's see if the curl is there and the shot and the stone ends up where they want. Fowler and Chow both on it now, working hard, sweeping furiously, trying to bring it into the perfect position. Looks like they just want to guard things up there and just have it sit high. Good shot by Fowler, plugging the gap, plugging the hole, keeping their two stones well protected. Fowler and Chow currently sitting two with Hammer here in the fifth end. It's Brianna Weldon and Sean Franey discussing what to do, as Franey might come down and try to run one of those high redstones back. That would be a long way to run it back, but it is possible. Let's see what Franey and Weldon do here as Franey settles in. Weldon's giving him a target on the right hand side. Let's see. They might just try to peel one of these guards out and open things up. Franey out of the hack, bringing heavy weight yet again. Franey just to the right of that center line. That rock is moving. That rock is cooking. And yep, they're just going to peel things out, open things up, and force Chow and Fowler to set another guard here. And so Weldon and Franey here are looking to just clear out guards and force Chow and Fowler to put them back instead of adding scoring rocks. So let's see if Fowler can, if they go to put this rock back or set it down a little bit more in the 12 foot. I think they're going to try to set it up a little bit higher to take away the opportunity to run rocks back into each other and clear things out, as Anthony Fowler preparing here for his next shot. Fow and Chowler, blah, Chow and Fowler talking it over. Anthony Fowler out of the hack. Gonna work right to left here. Good slide by Fowler. The rock is on the way. Needs to move a little bit. Chow trying to coax it over to the left just a little bit there. Stone looks good though. Looks like it's gonna, oh, not gonna move as much as they were hoping, but they are gonna hit and get a little bit of a roll. That does open up potentially a window down that right hand side, but that might be a little too wide to try to curl around. Let's see how Franey and Weldon come back. They might be looking at that gap there. There is a little bit of a gap between those two high yellow stones that they can see that the two yellow stones on the button, with Brianna Weldon coming back down, preparing. She's going to throw her final stone here, as we'll see what she does, if she tries to draw down or if she wants to come down and hit. It'll be interesting to see, because it does appear that she might have the space to come down and hit there. We'll see what she's going to do here, as Weldon settling in for her final shot of this fifth end. Chow and Fowler currently sitting two. Weldon and Franey up 8-1, trying to keep control of this game and not let Chow and Fowler back into it, as Weldon is out of the hack down the center line. Weldon going to work left to right as Franey is on it. Cleaning, trying to hold it. Franey now hard on it. Needs to get it around that center guard. Let's see if he can do it. It's around the guards. She split the gap perfectly. Great shot by Weldon, as she's going to get one of them cleared on out. Great shot by Brianna Weldon to clear out that second stone. What a shot coming down the gap there, as that's going to put the pressure on here for the last rock of the fifth end. Gloria Chow settling in to the hack, preparing here. She needs to try to come down, draw down, and score two. It's a tricky shot for her to hit. Let's see if she's going to draw, or if she might bring a little bit of weight. She might be able to come a little bit heavier potentially. No, she can't really get, I don't think she can get to that red rock on the left. I don't think there's the angle for that, so she just has to draw down through that port there and sit for two. It's going to be interesting to see if Chow can make it happen here. It's Gloria Chow talking with Fowler, seeing what kind of gap they have, seeing what the best angle and what the best shot might be. Chow settling in, lining up her shot, going through the pre-shot routine. I have a chance to score two here and jump back into this game as Chow slides out. Looks like she's going to work right to left here as Fowler's on it early. As they're going to try to curl from right to left here through that draw port that Brianna Weldon just went through. Anthony Fowler on it hard, on it early. Needs it to keep moving, needs it to keep going deep. Are they not going to get it around the guard? And that's going to be one yellow for Chow and Fowler here in the fifth end. As we're coming back down in the sixth end, Weldon and Franey. Weldon and Franey up. Weldon and Franey up 8-2 here, coming back down the ice in the fifth end, or in the sixth end. My apologies. Coming back down the ice in the sixth end here, we have Chow and Fowler trailing 8-2 behind to Weldon and Franey. Oh no, we are. And folks, we are not going to play a sixth end. That is going to be a final score here in Charlotte from the Southern Mixed Doubles Cashspiel. Weldon and Franey win 8-2 over Chow and Fowler. Brianna Weldon and Sean Franey out of the Denver Curling Club run the table and are your champions here at the Southern Mixed Doubles Cashspiel. That's an 8-2 win for Weldon and Franey. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here at the Charlotte Curling Club for this great event. We look forward to seeing y'all again, hopefully at a Bonspiel soon.